Here we are going live. Dr. Patrick Price here. Okay, so we're going live, Houston International Wellness Center. It's Dr. Patrick Price, and I have here Erica, who has volunteered her body for science today. She's involved in research. We're going to take you on a brief little interview to contact reflex analysis, CRA as it's known, Dr. Versatile system. There's many systems I've learned like this, but here's one very distinct one, helps you check the body out and see how things are going as far as your organs, your glands, your muscles, how that's going to touch. Because what did we use years ago before we had blood test, urinalysis, hair analysis, these things? We had one at our hands. So we're going to go through that briefly with you today. So hang on to your seat. Here we go. Erica. So one thing is you take products, you're just going to see her body today, not going to see my head. You're going to see things like this. Okay, know these things? Okay, these are all the artificial sweeteners. Anytime you place an artificial sweetener on the body, I'm going to take your muscles and push really hard and see how she locks and she's strong. You'll see that she's strong. And I place this on the body, and what happens is she's still strong. I place this one on here, the body. She's still strong. I place this one on here, and she's strong. As soon as you get something, where's our other product here? You get like organic sugar, the brown sugar, and you put this on the body, and what happens is they go weak. They go weak on the natural stuff. And even here, I have some stevia if I can find it. You have stevia. Place this on the body, and the body does what? It weakens. Okay, and this is one of the understand, but it works with the biofield of the body, electric. And this is one of the understand, but it works with the biofield of the body, electric system. So try and give you a good view of what's happening here. Now, there's meridians. Looking at her arm here, there is a triple warmer that runs down the arm. It ends here on the side of the head. And this is the triple warmer, means three things that heat the body. It ends here on the side of the head. And this is the three things that heat the body. The thymus, the adrenal glands, and the thyroid. Three things that cause heat. The thymus, glands, and the thyroid. Three things that cause heat. Okay. Make sure her muscles are good and strong. They're there. Okay. So what I'm going to have her do is drink a little bit of water, and I have Himalayan sea salt in here. Okay. Himalayan sea salt has 84 trace minerals, and Himalayan sea salt is going to help feed the adrenals directly. As soon as you put stuff in the mouth, it already has an interaction with the body. So as soon as you take any substance and just bring it in contact with the field of the body, it begins to change. Now, many people say, well, I don't believe that, I don't believe this. Well, gravity, can you see it? Can you feel it? If you jump out my window right here, we're going to know it exists because you're going to go down. There's many things that are unseen, but science has caught up to us. There are things that can measure and see the biofield. The Russians have different devices, GD devices, that measure the different layers around the human body. They show the emotional levels and the different electromagnetic frequencies. Shows there's breaks in the field when a person's organs and glands are weak. So it takes about 30 seconds for her to drink this and have an effect on her body. She drink the water. All we put in there is drops of Himalayan salt. It doesn't take a whole lot to make a change. Make sure she's good and strong still. Good. So I'm going to take the same substance, put it on the body, and show that now she weakens. Okay. Some would go, oh, well, you're just pulling harder, right? There's things like that. Okay, now she really goes weak. So now her body's responding like it should. When the things are toxins to the body should go weak. So now we put the brown sugar on. And now she locks. Now you say, Dr. Price, what are you doing? Why are we doing all this? Well, if you go to step on a scale, there's the stevia. Look how strong she locks her arms. Now she is what we call calibrated. So when you take the human body, mark that down, and you go to, well, let's just go back to a scale. If you go to step on a scale to weigh yourself, you don't want the last person's weight on there, do you? What do? You step on the scale and it zeroes it out. So you're calibrating it, and then you step on the device. Any device you use, a radar detector for the police, seeing your speed, they have to calibrate it before they use it. So in this instance, if you're going to get correct answers on the body, we must calibrate her to get a good answer. So let's see if she's calibrated correctly. Good and strong. And there's a reflex right here on the head. And we put the back in. There's the positive, negative side of the body. Human body has two sides. It shows how electrical we are. This is like being an electrician. We put it here, and you'll see that she weakens. I put the palm of the hand. You see she strengthens, weakens. Okay. And you have a meridian that goes from here up into your bottom area here, called a conception vessel. It has a direction that it goes. So if I go the opposite direction, hold this strong, and I go the opposite direction, she's going to weaken. If I go with it, she strengthens, weakens. Okay, that's kind of strange for some people to see, but we decided to go and start showing you guys how this stuff works. For those who have an open mind and a little more conscious than the usual people out here, I want you to see how this all works. So now we know if I touch her body in a certain area, I'm going to get a change, a shift. So on the head, there's all these reflexes. Hold it strong. Pituitary gland, posterior. The crown for dehydration. She shows up as dehydration. The cerebellum, where you process your information. The pineal gland. Her pineal gland. She may not be sleeping well. And the hypothalamus gland. That always shows up in most people. So now, we have muscles that represent those organs and glands. Here you have the pituitary. Look how strong she is. Thumbs up is the pineal. And there's where she goes weak. And we know palms up represents muscles that go with the hypothalamus gland. Okay? Now we know the pineal gland and the hypothalamus have something going on, right? So now we're going to go hold the strong. Go to the thyroid, the parathyroid, the thymus gland. Thymus gland, she shows up. Now we know Touch for Health, many other organizations talk about what muscles go with the thymus gland. The shoulder right here, if you guys can see this really well, has the infraspinatus muscle. Hold this strong. And it doesn't lock all the way. If you guys can see this really well. Has the infraspinatus muscle. Hold this strong. And it doesn't lock all the way. So she takes the negative side of her body and touches where her thymus gland is. This is what reflexes are about. Hold this strong. You should see the muscle locks. It becomes strong. She takes her hand off. Take her hand, and right away you see the weakness. Just like electricity. If I touch my finger in a socket and I touch her, she's going to get electrocuted. All over the body, there's reflexes that show you things that are turned on or turned off. It doesn't mean that you need to run to the emergency room, your organs or glands aren't working. It means that there's simply a deficiency going on, and you're able to detect these slight deficiencies through reflex testing. So here where she touches it, that shoulder comes right back on. If I go to the other side, or have her go here and touch it again, she's touching her thymus gland. Hold it strong, and it locks again. Take your hand off, and it goes weak again. Touch again, and it comes right back on. So we know there's something going on with her thymus gland. So what else do we have? We have the strong, we have the chest area, the heart, we have the liver, we have the stomach, we have the pancreas, the blood sugar. We have the small intestines, that shows up. That's how you absorb your foods. Stomach, we can go down to the ileocecal valve, the colon, okay, and the belly button is yeast, mold, and fungus, okay, and the uterus and bladder. So the main thing we're finding today, it has to do with her immune system, her thymus, and then again her pineal gland. So how do you know which area is the main area to look at? Here we go. She's going to touch her pineal gland, and then we're going to touch the thymus. It stays strong. Touch the hypothalamus. Now she goes back to her thymus gland. We touch up here. Those still go weak. So we know the pineal gland, when she touches it, everything else turns on. Everything else that was showing up. So that is her main reflex to work on. Now, what do we do about that? So this main reflex showing up, we ask the flows of the body, which are digestion, lymphatic, meridian. So it means the meridian's out of balance. And notice I'm moving the arm. I'm asking the body. The body knows the answer. And here it is. Okay. So right inside the body, there's meridians that go down the arm. Okay. Here, meridians go up, like say your large intestine's meridian, goes all the way to here. Okay? But here on the inside, you have meridians that go this way. These are yin and yang meridians. Yang meridians are like coming down from the sun, from the sky, or yang this way. When they go down back towards the earth, they're yin this way. And so yin has to do with heart. That's the one that showed up. Heart is the inside here. Now, some of you already know that there's a tender spot right in here. We'll find hers. Oop, there it is. Okay, that's the heart one. That's the first meridian, the beginning of the heart meridian. It goes down. Now, in martial arts, they used to know in the old days to strike someone in the meridian to disable them, hit them in the meridian and hurt this person. But here, we're going to trace the meridian by putting pressure on it, as relax the arm, as if to turn it back on. I'm going to follow down the points of the meridian and just use what you call acupressure. And then stroke down the meridian. And what we're looking to do is somehow this meridian wasn't functioning just right. So now we should see a change in the shoulders. Pull the strong. There. So now when I go to ask the question about the thymus gland, it doesn't show up. Positive or negative with the hands. But what happens is the shoulders respond to that immediately. Look here, full strength. All this is about getting the meridian to come back on, to be active, whether it was overworking or underworking. Okay. And now we go to the pineal gland, which is up here. That makes these muscles go weak. Hold these thumbs up. Those go weak. Okay. So she touches the pineal gland. That's the third eye. It's right in here. It's a vascular thing going on. Lift your head up, back of your head. There it is. Okay, so she lets her hands down. So we're going to go to little bitty blood vessels right at the back of her head back here. And she goes, woo, hit those little tender spots. Everybody's tender in these spots. Why? Because so many of us are doing what all day long? We're looking down. We're on our iPhones. We have our head down. We're on a computer all day, right? And so because of that, your neck gets all the tension on it, and you get less blood flow. You have all these little capillaries back there, all the fine blood vessels. So now we go test these muscles out. Thumbs up. Pull strong. 100% back on. I go to check the pineal gland. It doesn't show up. Okay, so there's a brief view for you guys going live today to start making videos and show you guys how to clear reflexes on the body. Now notice I didn't do any chiropractic adjustments. You know, I'm a chiropractor. I didn't do any forceful movements to the body. I didn't do anything crunching any bones, as some people say. There's a difference between a pop and a crack versus a manipulation. As I explained, a pop and a crack is what I do when I practice jiu-jitsu. Chiropractic is a manipulation. So get your words right. I don't get confused when I worked on you, right? So understand that, open your mind just a little bit, those of you who are new to reflex testing, and realize there's a whole array, and I have a chart I'll be showing you guys soon, of all the reflexes, and plus there's more that are unmapped. And by going to reflex, you can see your shoulder may be hurting, not because I just have a shoulder injury. Maybe there's a meridian not working right. Maybe there's some digestive flow. Maybe there's not some organ or gland like the thymus gland today. And the thymus gland goes with these muscles called your infraspinatus. They're the muscles in the back over the scapula here. And so this is a very common area for people to have weaknesses. So that's it for the day. We're practicing live to see who's ready to start joining this and asking questions. And as we start to get more questions, I'm going to come on and give you guys more demonstrations about what we do here. And I'm Dr. Patrick Price. This is Erica. And we're at the Houston International Wellness Center, located in Houston, Texas. You take care.